another toll plaza like every 2 minutes. Hey, thank you very much. And green light. Thank you, green light. I probably spent like $8 in tolls. I thought it'd be more. That toll road on the the I-80 was $16 to go from Chicago to Ohio. That was the worst. These are only $1 cash, and they still have toll attendants, which we don't have in Houston anymore, unfortunately. But not like my Easy Tag is going to work here. Blue sky? Cloudy sky. So, alright, so I'm heading to Starbucks to go just work on videos. And the reason, like, it's not like I'm spending my whole my whole trip in Starbucks. I just don't want to have to spend all the time at home. I actually need to go get new ice skates while I'm home, so I have a pair at home and then I have a pair in the van, which I'm looking forward to finally going on ice skates sometime soon. There's indoor rinks year-round, like in places, but of course I'll be in Florida, like in the winter. But I do need to get a new pair of ice skates. Now that I've had my spine treatment, my foot is going to be a little bit differently pronated. So on my right foot, they've actually moved the blade over like an eighth of an inch, just because of the way that my foot's set. So it'll be interesting to see where the blades get set on my new ice skates. So I'm going to get a new pair of ice skates when I'm home over the weekend, get that out of the way, and then that way I can skate on Monday. No, I'm leaving Monday, so that way I can skate when I'm home, and not have to, and just have the older pair in here. But anyway, so I just don't want to be sitting around working on videos all weekend. I like to actually go do some more stuff while I'm home. Maybe actually go hang out with my friends, which I never do when I'm home because I'm not home for very long and I'm very busy. So what is up with my hair? So I'm going to go to Starbucks. I'm going to go to the rest area tonight, and tomorrow morning super early, like at 5 or 6. I'll get up at 5. I'll go take a shower at Planet Fitness at 6 o'clock. Maybe I'll run. I have new running shoes that I bought 3 months ago that I've never worn. So maybe I'll do like a 30-minute run, and then then I'll go drop the van off. I have to go into start driving into Boston about 8:30 in the morning. Get the bike in the back. Right now the bike isn't covered. I'm hoping it rains so we can wash it off. But I may have to wash the bike off somehow, and then put the bike inside. Although I have a funny feeling I don't need to put the bike inside at this place I'm parking it at. But anyway, put the bike inside, and then I'm going to go to the airport for 10. I'd like to get to the airport at least by 11, no later. I think Boston Logan's pretty easy. I have TSA pre-check, so I don't even have to take shoes off or anything. It takes 30 seconds to get through security. I highly recommend TSA pre-check. It's like $75 a year, but it just gets you to the front of the line, and it's nice. So I didn't realize how nice it would actually be. So so then I just go straight on the Spirit flight. I don't have any bags to check or anything. So I just need to organize everything in the van today. I'll do that tonight. I'll go shower in the morning, or shower tonight because Planet Fitness closed at 11. So maybe that'll be better. Shower it tonight, and then that way I'm not in a rush tomorrow. But yeah, that's that. So, alright, so heading into, where the hell is Massachusetts? So, anyway, alright, heading into Massachusetts, and it's a really pretty drive. Kind of underwhelming though. Not very epic. It just looks like every other place I've driven. So just trees and road. No big mountains, no big, mountain passes or cascading, whatever. It's just your average road. All right, final rest area of the trip, and it's very small. And I think I'm just gonna park. I'm gonna park right. Good morning from Boston, Massachusetts. I am driving into Boston right now to go drop off the van at a mechanic that offers airport parking for super cheap. So really grateful. Had a hard time trying to find somewhere. A lot of these hotels and everything now, they'll go on these like Parkaway or Way.com or any of these third-party apps, and they're very confusing. They have a ton of extra fees, so even if it says like $8 a day, it's not. It's like $20 a day. But when I was in Seattle, I had the issue where the guy wanted to charge me double. As soon as he saw the van and the van behind me, the two cargo vans, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to pay blah, blah." And he's like, starts screaming at the two, like me and this other couple. We're like, "Dude, we already paid. I paid like $80 to park for like 5 days." And he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to pay double. I'm like, my van is a compact van with a like short wheelbase. It's smaller in length than it's, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm explaining it. And so I said, well, okay, can I get my money back? I'm gonna leave. He goes, no, ha ha ha, we have your money. You go call the app. So I called the app and I had to like explain. I called my bank, I got the provisional credit, and it was just a nightmare. And even now the app is still calling me going like, why did you file a chargeback? I said, because I never rendered my product was never received. I never got to park, and I paid. I was in good faith. I paid. I'm in an agreement with this app. But what I think was that this guy probably is demanding double no matter what, every time. What is this truck doing? Every time that somebody tries to park, I think he's trying to pay double, because he said, well, you're going to have to pay double to leave the parking lot. We're like, well, now you're holding us hostage. And I didn't film any of it. It just went back and forth, and this poor couple were just like we're all trying to get out of there so I can go somewhere else. And he's like, if you don't pay double, I'm going to call the police. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're just like, go ahead. We all paid on the app. You are obligated to allow us to park. Like, we're not a 40-foot school bus. We were both short wheelbase. They had a Ford Transit, and I have a Nissan NV. And the reason I purchased this van is because it is a compact van. Even though it's a high roof, it is like 72 inches wide. It fits in a compact parking space, believe it or not. So anyway, it was just stupid. So I went over to the DoubleTree and went to the Hilton, and I said, can I just park here for a few days? Because my brother used to work in hotels, and so I know that they can cut a deal. And they said, no, we have a garage, but go next door to the DoubleTree. And I went to the DoubleTree, and they also were on the app, but the app wasn't allowing me to choose that location, like, for some reason. And I was like, so the manager was like, yeah, no, don't worry, just pay us $10 a day, it's fine. So I got to park in Seattle for like $10, and they had the free shuttle and a free cookie, and the concierges were great. They were like checking out the van, so it was all good. So but yeah, just be careful when you use these third-party apps in big cities. Albuquerque's the best. It's a massive lot, $3 a day. Denver was $8 a day. It's 17,000 spaces. Indianapolis Airport, because I fly every 2 weeks, so Indianapolis Airport was $9 a day, and again, they've got like 20,000 spaces, and free shuttles, so that's great. Like, there's no reason why, LAX, the same thing. LAX was trying to charge me for $50 on the way app. When I got to the parking place, they were like, well, you have to pay $175 flat fee on top of the $50. I was like, what? That's the price of a Spirit plane ticket. No. I said, I'm not, like, again, I'm not driving a charter bus. I'm driving a compact van. So it's just a way to jack up prices. I get it if I was in an RV and I am taking up 2 spaces, but I'm not. I take up the minimum amount of room possible. Because then I look over and I say, look, that Toyota Tundra and that Nissan Titan and that Ford F350 are in one space, and they are bigger and longer than my van. The only thing is my van is tall, which doesn't... why do you think they build skyscrapers in cities? So they can maximize, so they don't take up ground space. I'm like, I'm basically a skyscraper. I'm taking up no more room on the ground than that pickup truck there, and that pickup truck there, and that pickup truck there. Anyway, so I'm driving, whoops, shit. There is traffic. I'm now driving rush hour into Boston, which is, everybody's just slamming their brakes on. Okay, suddenly I hit traffic. So I have about a 43-minute drive to go 20 miles. So this is why I'm glad that I love nature. So by the way, just to let you know, like, I'm not doing a lot of touristy stuff in these cities. Like, there's tons of, I can go walk around like antique shops and go sit and eat seafood all day. Like, that's not my van life journey. That's not what I intend to do. I don't find joy in just walking around crowded shopping spaces. But the East Coast, there are some great hidden gem hikes and things. The rain was a bit, off-putting. Like, it kind of had me rearrange a few things the last few days, but it's been good. So when I do come back on Tuesday or Monday night, I will stay near Boston. And I think I'm debating if I'm going to do a city day and just go sightseeing. I haven't actually been to Boston in about 25 years since I lived in Rhode Island for the summer in college. So, and I was was here during the big dig, which was just a nightmare. So I may do a sightseeing day, depends on how my weekend goes. Or I don't want to spend all of Tuesday driving. I'd rather just do something Tuesday, drive Tuesday evening to Rhode Island, and then Wednesday spend the day in Rhode Island and Newport. So, but again, I got to start checking the weather. There are hurricanes coming, so that's also fun. But yeah, so it's kind of the end of the summer. School's starting. It'll be September. It'll be September in about a week or two. It's about the middle of August right now. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to this this mechanic. So they also, like, they said, well, we're on the app, but you can also just go to our website. So they actually set it up on their website for the parking, and they're really good. They sent me a text and said, here's the, arrival information, and I had to fill out a little form and tell them what time I was coming and leaving, and all this stuff, and they were really on it. And they said, yeah, it might be $1 or $2 more on our website, but you don't have to pay any fees. So I'm very, very grateful for this mechanic offering me parking in Boston, and it's only like 3 miles from the airport. So I will get there probably about 9:30, and then I have to leave the key. So I do need to put a sign that says, do not press my parking brake, because if you press the parking brake, it's going to break the rear hub. So I told them that. I put that, and you can also put a note. So I put a note in there and said, like, don't touch anything. And also they have to lock the van from the inside, but it's in a locked lot. I did put the bike in the back. The bike is in the back there. So that was fine. It's getting easier to do this every 2 weeks. The hardtail, which now has flat tires, is still on the back. The hardtail, which has flat tires, is that person. Literally, I have a 65-foot stopping distance on my van. You cannot just cut in front of me. I tell you something, when you get, I may have said this before, things you need to know in van life: how to read a blood test, know your own medical history, know how to read a blood test. It can tell you a lot about your health. Number 2, know basic mechanics. Know how to change a tire, know how to read the oil in your dipstick, all of that stuff. Number 3, get a code reader for your van. Okay, they're like $40-50 from AutoZone. You plug it in. If your check engine light comes on, you plug it in, you can tell what's wrong with the code. That saves you a $180 diagnostic fee. You can then go to a mom and pop mechanic, whatever. Number 4, know the stopping distance of your vehicle, and know the stopping distance of every vehicle, and know the turning circle of your vehicle. These 2 will drastically save you in the event that you have to slam your brakes on, or if someone cuts in front of you, or you're about to hit a deer. I have about a 65-70 foot stopping distance. So from the point that I first hit my brake, I don't slam my brakes on, but the time that I first hit my brake to the time that I have stopped is about 60 feet. That is a long way to stop, okay? So these things, it's not about how to make money in van life. It's not about, do I need a Vitamix or a Breville, fucking like espresso maker. No, you need to know basic physics, basic geometry, basic physics. Know about heat convection, know about the insulation in your van, and use altitude as your thermometer. When it's too hot, go north, or go up. It's just like little things like that, because I see on the van life pages all the time, complaints about, what can I do, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, if you could die in a vehicle if you're in 100-degree heat. It's not much to go out of your way to get to a little higher ground. I understand it. Gas is expensive, but death is also expensive. Like, death sucks. So, and you're miserable for 4 days sitting somewhere where you could drive for 1 day, get out of the heat, and come back. So weather does actually change, and sometimes it's unpredictable, but it does change. So these are things that are just, most of the influencers don't really talk about all this stuff. They build a van, they go, oh, look at our $100,000 Sprinter, blah, blah, blah. Look at us on the road, look how vegan we are. But no one's actually mentioning the essentials. Because what then you get is, after they show you that video of like, oh, look at us and how much kale we're eating, then the next video is 10 things we hate about van life. And usually, and I've watched pretty much as many of these I hate van life videos as I could find, almost every single one is basically, well, it just gets too hot in the van, and we hit a deer, and we just don't like this. And it's like, okay, had you bothered to learn about flat tires, learn about oil, learn about basic mechanics, you would not be hating the fact that you had to pay a shit ton of money to fix it, or you wouldn't be so miserable, or it's just like, just don't be so like, van life is not this magical free life where you get a van and you just levitate through the world. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. Now, I have a pretty simple van build because I took out the plumbing, I took out a lot of stuff that I put in originally that I really didn't need, and just gave it away or sold it. So my van is exactly as I need my van. I always need to like kind of go through and do inventory and reorganize and things like that, because there's a lot of stuff that I have in the garage that I'm not necessarily using, or things that are seasonal. So right now my van is packed for all 4 seasons. I've got all of my summer, my paddleboard, my scuba gear, I've got my longboard, roller skates, ice skates, 2 mountain bikes, all that stuff. But I'm not necessarily using it, and I don't even know if I'm going to be in any winter stuff right now. So, but should I take it all home next time I'm in Houston and undo no, I'm probably going to leave it. I'm just going to reorganize things a little better. I've never used my hammock or my hammock chair. I've never used my social tarp or my anti-social tarp. I've never used my moonshade like twice, which I love, but it's kind of really packed in there. So there's a little bit of reconfiguration, but for the most part I have everything I need, and I don't need to like make anything more complicated or elaborate. A lot of these people that just go and buy these custom build vans, or they're just constantly sourcing water, sourcing propane, they're running out of stuff, they're constantly every episode, oh no, it broke down again, the endless adventure, just constantly buying broken vehicles, and oh y'all, we just broke it down again. It's just that to me doesn't sound like any fun. I mean, yeah, I had the issue with the rear hub. I got that fixed in 3 hours. That was something that was catastrophic, but it was not something that was, I didn't intentionally go out and buy a lemon. That was just that for some reason that happened. We don't know why, but wear and tear. I don't know. Anyway, not judging, but judging. But the bottom line is just learn the basics, and you will find that your van life will be much more easier and much more enjoyable. And you won't have to be making these 10 things I hate about van life today videos. You can make all these videos about, I'm going to the airport and I want to fly home even though I'm doing van life. So I've flown probably like 46 times this year. I fly 4 times every 2 weeks, and so that's 8 times a month, and I'm in month 8. So I haven't flown every time. Sometimes I've driven back to Texas. Sometimes I've had 3 weeks in between, but about probably 46, 48 times I've flown this year, and it's crazy. These are individual flights, so it's all right. It's Spirit. It's just like taking a bus. But again, make sure that you, just know the basics for your van, and life will be easier. And I also took a shower today and did my hair. So I am now, oh my God, it's bright. I am now back to presentable time to go back to civilization. I do miss the West immensely. So I have to decide now what I'm going to do for this next 2 weeks. I know I fly out of Baltimore, so I'm not going to be heading toward Florida. I've got 3 weeks after that, I think. No, I think I have 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks. So I think I've got another month up in this area. But I don't know. I want to spend the 3 weeks in between having to go home. I do want to spend that time getting into Florida, because Florida is a very long state. It's going to take a while to get through Florida. It's going to be very hot, so I'm probably have to go a little bit slower, and probably, I don't know, I got to figure out how it's going to go. I don't know. But I've already done all the southern state stuff, not the mountain biking though, because it was the bomb cyclone, snowing and all that, so I really didn't get to do a lot of the, like I did hiking and things, but I didn't get to do the mountain biking. So I don't know what I'll do. And I don't know where I'm going to fly out of. Well, Florida, I'm probably going to fly out of Orlando, which will be easy. But then do I drive back to Texas and be done for the year and be done with the trip? Or do I go back up to Albuquerque and just park my van at the airport every 2 weeks and just leave my van in Albuquerque and just go back to mountain biking at Angel Fire? So I don't know. Schoolie-Palooza is happening in January, so that's in Arizona. I would like to go to ski season somewhere, but I haven't winterized my van, so I don't know. And actually winter in Texas is actually quite nice. When the temperature gets down into like 70s or below, and the humidity goes away. It's actually quite nice. But I've done all the 89 Texas state parks, and I still need to finish that video. So I finished Texas. I've done everything for the last 3 years. Very, very heavy on Texas. Here's the map of me going every state park in Texas. So that was eye-opening. That was really fun. But basically, I just I don't know what I'll do. I know I'm not going back to California. Hell no. I would like to explore Utah in the winter. But again, the snow is going to be pretty bad. Northern New Mexico is okay. Arizona might be the option. So I don't know where I'll spend the winter. Yeah, I like the cold, so I wear flip-flops in the snow. I would like to go snowboarding for at least 2 weeks, but I would rather just fly into some place, like fly into Telluride or fly into somewhere small that's not like, you know, elitist and busy like Vail or something. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got some friends that might be doing some stuff, so we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go park my van. So I think that's it. Just me babbling about nothing. Just, you know, the mama bear in me, like, learn how to change a fucking tire. You know, learn the turning circle radius of your van and the stopping distance. Yes. Okay. All right. I will see you. See you next time. All right. Bye. There she goes. There's my van gone. Bye, Print. It's like the stupid wide turning circle. There it is. Bye, Prudence. She's gone. Well, he's really barreling around that corner. Okay, I need an Uber. All right, so it's only $17 for the Uber, which is great, actually. And I'm not really that far. I'm only like 3 miles away, I think. But yeah, if you want airport parking, go to Broadway Motors. And you can also get your vehicle tuned up, brakes, AC, exhaust, steering, suspension, while you leave your van. So I was going to get an oil change, but I have 1,000 more miles before I need that. But yeah, I'll put the website in the description, and it was only like $13. So that's fantastic. Very loud neighborhood. But anyway, I'm going to wait here for my Uber and then go to Boston Logan's. This was really easy. And the guy was really understanding, and he's like, yeah, you know, it looks big, but it's really not. I said, I know, like these, you know, these plumber's vans, like the van over there, the white van, that has a longer wheelbase, and so does that Tundra than my van does. So anyway, it's a cool little neighborhood. Don't actually know where I am. I pulled in thinking, oh, there's no parking space. So they have a whole space in the back. So they'll lock it up and then they'll move it the night before. I just told him, I said, make sure you don't press the parking brake. So please don't, because you'll break my rear hub. All right, I'm at the airport and there's a Starbucks here. That was great. I had a Ghanaian driver and he was telling me that he has an Airbnb in Ghana, and we were talking about when I was in Africa. And so I was telling him about how he can do like a ethnic food tour, African food tour of Boston, because they have really good Ghanaian food in Worcester. They also have the consulate there. So we had a really good chat. So we're going to follow each other on Instagram, and I'm going to help him set up the Airbnb experiences, because he does Uber, but he also, you know, does that stuff in Africa, like name change ceremonies, things like that. So I don't exactly know where to go. Security checkpoint. I already checked in. I don't need to do anything else except go through TSA pre-check. This is a pretty chill airport. I mean, this is like the cheapo terminal, because it's like all this. So I'm going to, where the hell am I going? Atlanta, I think, on Spirit. Okay, I'm on time. All right. Okay. I forget, like, occupational hazard. I don't know where I am. I don't know what state I'm in. Don't know what airport I'm flying from. I have no idea where my layover is. All I know is where the bathroom is at. This is great. I have not flown through here in a very, very long time, actually. So, okay, so I'm going to use the restroom and then go through security. TSA pre-check. All right. Thank you, Boston. And Beantown. Okay, I'm through TSA. It took 8 seconds. So I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm going to go to Spirit. I have no idea where it is. That was so, I'm like, why is this airport so chill? That's crazy. It's not supposed to be this calm here. Although they have lots of really good restaurants. I don't know where I'm going to get there. I'm not even hungry. I just had like a Frappuccino and a hot chai. I should probably get water. And yeah, let me go find Spirit. So I am in B37. I can fly to Austin. That's funny. Why would I do that? Okay. All right. This is like not even busy. I think because school's starting soon. I think the summer is over. So B37. I still got 20 more gates to go. All right. So I've literally missed a birthday walking to gate number 37. The seats are comfortable back there. Over here we got the regular dysfunctional seating that you can't lay on. I'm in number 37. This is gate 30. So the thing about TSA pre-check is sometimes you're on the other side of the terminal, even though you get through in a minute and you don't have to stand in line. You have to walk further. So there's Spirit over there. Okay. I think I've walked the entire length of this airport. This is like O'Hare, basically. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, see, these are super comfy. Kind of seats that you can sit, like sleep on. That's what Las Vegas needs. All those times earlier this year that I was flying out of Vegas and I had to sleep on the, sleep on there. Where's 37? Oh, 36. I am missing number 37. It's like, it ends there. 37, oh, down here, okay. Okay, I made it to Atlanta. And there are a ton of restaurants over here, but I need to go to the E terminal. I'm currently in the D terminal. And I think this is the airport where you have to take a, like, transit, like a train to where you need to go. This place is crazy. I'm going to Houston. Houston Bush, 814. I don't think that's me. Oh, I don't know. Somewhere. Yeah, so this is where I have to take a train to E. So after the 1996 Olympics, I think that's when they built this airport. And it's crazy. I've flown through here a bunch of times when I was going to college. Sometimes I had to come through here. I've also flown through here a bunch of times for other reasons, to go other places. Okay, this is much less chaotic. All right, well, I've got like 4 hours. So I'm gonna chill, and there's baseball stuff, Martin Luther King, interesting things, and a ton of restaurants. Okay, cool. Bookshops. I actually saw 2 of my friends' books in the Boston airport, which is kind of nice. So I sent them pictures. I was like, I see your book, and then I strategically placed them front and center so people would buy. Okay, I just inhaled my ice cream, so it's melting before I could even eat it. The piano player is pretty good. I think he's playing the piano, not just sitting there. Yeah, very busy food court. I'm not really hungry. And I think E1 is just over there. I think it's also international over here as well. So, oh, the sushi bar. I'll be home in like 6 hours. So I've got 4 hours to kill right now. So there's me, proof of life. So, what do I look like? Harry, what is that?
My new Seminole hat.
That's pretty cool. Look at your ears. One goes higher than the other. Hours of fun. Okay, I'm back in Boston, and to be honest, I'm feeling pretty cruddy. So I'm in so much pain. Did not have a good weekend, had a horrible migraine, my back was hurting. But the flight was good. Also got some really good news, life-changing, so that's great. So yeah, it's been a good day, but I'm back in Boston. I'm gonna go take the Uber to the van. And I think I'm just gonna get groceries and head to the park hub. So Boston's a pretty good airport, but short and sweet. So flying out of Baltimore next. So, oh my God, my back is killing me right now. But thankfully I'm here and I'm going to ground transportation. Okay, this is a madhouse. So where's the Uber? Straight down, okay. All right. Everybody is from Boston. What are they beeping for? Okay, welcome to New England. You got the Boston and New Yorkers the same. Okay, there's 1,000 million cars here, and down here is Uber somewhere. 8 minutes away, but I'll probably have to wait 40 minutes for it. All right, let's figure out where to go. Okay, all of these cars are Ubers and Lyfts, I think. I don't know. All right, I might as well just walk over to the place. It's only a couple miles away. This is nuts. How are they supposed to get through? This is clearly designed by a man. I'm just kidding. I guess you just wait. How are you supposed to back up? I don't know. This is a mess. Trying to park here. Oh my God. There's literally hundreds of Uber and Lyfts. All right, I need a white Honda Civic, I think. Okay, I have returned to my van. There she is. Oh my God. Okay, luckily she wasn't donated to Cars for Kids. All right, let's get situated and let's get the hell out of here. That was a crazy, crazy time of trying to, oh my God. Anyway, so now I gotta find the lockbox. I don't know where the lockbox is. Hang on. Okay, now I need to grab from the lockbox. All right, got my key. Okay. All right, I'm back in the van. I look like a hot mess, and I'm in Boston, and it is cloudy, and it is like 7 p.m. So I'm now going to drive to Trader Joe's, and people drive crazy here. Like super crazy, like Africa crazy, like Nigeria and Abidjan in Ivory Coast where I drove. I drove in Ivory Coast. I didn't drive in Nigeria, but I was a passenger, and that was scary enough. Boston is worse. Boston is worse than freaking Ivory Coast. Anyway, so yeah, it's like demolition derby out here. But anyway, so I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's right now, get some provisions, and then go to my park up. So I'm only 40 minutes from the park up. So Trader Joe's is on the way. I'll get there in about 20 minutes. And then I'm back in Boston tomorrow for a walking tour. So I think I'm gonna walk the Freedom Trail. It's like, I don't know, a couple miles, and it takes you through the city. So I'm gonna find somewhere good to park and just kind of spend the day, maybe going to an art museum or something. I don't know, all the stuff that I say I don't want to do on Vanlife. Like, I don't want to see a museum or do city stuff. But I need a day to decompress, and I already planned out the whole trip. So I've got this leg of the trip done. We are all good, and now I'm just getting the hell out of the airport area. So thank you to Broadway Motors for providing airport parking. That was fantastic. I'm feeling better. My headache is gone, and I'm back on toll roads again. So yeah, I think it's probably going to rain tomorrow. Whatever. I got the yellow submarine umbrella, so I'll be fully covered. But yeah, van feels good. They didn't press the parking brake, so that was good. I told them like 7 times. I'm like, do not press the parking brake because the rear hub will break. But I think next time if I do end up parking here, I'll probably have them do some work on it, because they can also do detailing. I think it's like $100 to detail a van of this size, like cleaning it, but obviously the outside, because I don't want anyone touching the inside. I do need to do a deep clean. I think I'll do it when I'm at my friend's house in Pennsylvania in a few days at the end of the week. So yay! So this is leg 6. Leg number 6. We are now officially a spider. So leg number 6 of my finish the fucking country and finish all the national parks. No national parks on this trip, just hiking, mountain biking, and some kind of cool little outdoor things. Delaware though, what the hell is there to do in Delaware? Nothing to do in Delaware, just one hike. So that'll be fun. And I cannot park overnight in Maryland, and I cannot park overnight in Delaware or Washington DC. So I had to get creative on how I'm going to park at rest stops. But anyway, just happy to be home in my home away from wheels, and I don't even know, home away from home. My tiny home on, I was trying to say tiny home on wheels, home away from home, and I said my home away on wheels. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but I'm going into Boston, driving through Boston proper, and then heading to Trader Joe's and heading to Lexington, Massachusetts to park up for the night. So I think it's going to be a chill night. I need to probably leave the bike. I'm going to leave the bike inside because I will be sightseeing tomorrow. And then after that, I head into Rhode Island, and then Connecticut, and then New York State, and then New York City, and then Pennsylvania, and then Delaware, Maryland, Washington DC, and then flying out of Baltimore. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do in Baltimore. So I actually got the van. This is full circle. It's very bumpy. 2.5 years ago, I got the van from Baltimore, and they sold it while I was on the plane. So I had to take an Uber to Dulles Airport in Virginia, where I actually bought the van. But the first van I bought, that I put half the money down, they sold it, and it was a bait and switch. They were basically like, oh, we just happened to sell your van while you're on the plane, but what about this shittier version of your van? Why don't you take this one? I'm like, no, fuck off, give me my money back. So after realizing that in my hotel room that I had no way to get back to Texas the next day, I found one on cargurus.com, the van that I have now, and managed to buy it, paid cash, and drove home. And the vans were super cheap back then. Now the vans are like ridiculously priced. Even an empty cargo van is like 9 times what I paid for this van. So I lucked out, and yeah, I mean, it's just been like lucky day today. Things are good right now. I felt shitty all weekend, but today has suddenly been a really good day. So thank you to the government, and thank you to Spirit Airlines for a smooth flight, and thank you to my Uber driver who drove like a madman to get through Boston. He was from Dominican Republic. I was like, that is the kind of driver I want. I want an Uber driver that is used to driving where the only speed is 100 miles an hour and stop. If you're from a country where that's the only 2 speeds you have, you're going to be my Uber driver. So that's a traveler in me. I've been to 89 countries, 90 if you count some that aren't existing anymore. 89 countries, and I will only have drivers that know how to fucking speed through traffic in a controlled way and not kill me. So, all right, let's go to Trader Joe's, let's park up, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, this is what I've come home to. It just started raining right when I got out of Trader Joe's. I got 2 very wet bags of groceries that I actually don't have a cold fridge right now. I just plugged the fridge in, which is down here. And there's my bike. There's my porta potty. There's the rain. And I'm just going to kind of sleep diagonally across the back, which is fine. This is what I usually do. There's my map. So I get another sleepy cloud from Massachusetts this time, which I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I have Massachusetts yet. Oh, no, I do. I already have... No, I don't know. No, I don't. So Massachusetts and Rhode Island will be the next, 2 days. It's really raining, so I'm going to chill here for a bit since I'm only 15 minutes from the rest area. And I hope it's a proper rest area. Otherwise, I'll just come back here to this road and just sleep on this road. It seems like I could probably stay here overnight. Anyway, yeah, what a weird Trader Joe's. It's just kind of wedged in there in this weird parking lot. And there's hardly anything in there, but I did get the provisions. But I was hoping they had dry ice. So after I did all my grocery shopping, they said, no, we don't have any dry ice. So I'm just going to try to get the fridge cold at least. Maybe get a bag of ice or something I can put in the fridge overnight. So put it in a Tupperware container or something. Yeah, I'll probably just put it in one of these containers. Sorry, my van is a bit of a mess. I don't know how the influencers are able to film such a wide angle of their, this is wide angle, and it still doesn't fit the whole van, and my van's pretty small. So anyway, oh, it's really raining. I love it, but I really don't want the rain right now. I want to, anyway, I don't have any power because I didn't plug anything in over the weekend, but I'm in my van. So tomorrow, hopefully it doesn't rain. If it does, fine. I'll do a rainy walking tour of Boston, which is fine. Just a chill day, and maybe Planet Fitness in the evening, and then drive to Rhode Island. So let me put all this away, and then I'll see you at the rest area. I am at the Lexington Service Plaza, and I don't know what freeway I'm on. But yeah, so this is this. I should be able to sleep here overnight. Sorry, can't even think. I was trying to tell the lady in Trader Joe's that I wanted a bag, and I couldn't even get the words out. I was so tired, just consumed of traveling. Although it's only a 12-hour travel day, so it wasn't really that bad. There's a Vanlifer. That's a good sign. It is busy over here. So this is a gas station, and I think I'm on the wrong side. Oh, so I'm going to park over here. I see one Vanlifer, and I'm going to hopefully have a parking space. There's also a Tesla charging station. So let me see if I can find a spot, and I should be able to park overnight here. Okay, I have arrived at 690 Merritt Road, and it's very busy, but the trucks are way on the other side, so all I'll hear basically is just the McDonald's drive-thru. I just got a cappuccino from a shit gas station, but I need to go get a cooler because I have ice and I need to put all of the stuff in my fridge into a cooler. So let me see if they have a styrofoam one, and then I will get ready for bed because it is 8:30 p.m., 7:30 Texas time, and I am freaking tired. Okay, I got a cooler. Oh, I got a cooler. Somebody's flashing their lights in my face. Oh my god. Okay, so I got a cooler. It's massive. I can also get rainwater if I need to. Okay, so I'm parked for the night, and oh my god. Okay. Welcome to Massachusetts. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow. Only one day. I don't think I'm doing anything else in Massachusetts on this trip, but I'll definitely be back. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's probably going to be shit weather again. But there's New England for you. You know, it's like, it's England where I'm from, but the new version. So let me sort my cooler out, put my food in, and I will see you in the morning in Boston.